mo fẹ́ sáré ṣe fídíò yìí kí n fi dá bọ̀bọ́ kan lóhùn tó ń jẹ́ Paul Abiodun tó ṣe comment kan lórí fídíò tí mo post sórí YouTube lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ lórí Maureen Badejo. Kí n má bàa dènà pẹ̀lú. Ó sọ wípé haters of God, your judgment day is around the corner. Rotimi, you are the next. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mú ní kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ó ní haters of God. Ẹ jẹ́ ká picture wípé gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n kọ sínú Bible pé òótọ́ ni. That there is a figure called Jesus Christ of Nazareth that left all his glory, all his beauty, all his blessings, all his inheritance in heaven. When God, or when biblical God was asking for who to go and stand in the gap, wọn ò rí ẹnì kankan except this Jesus. He now left everything and told his father, Father, send me. I can go and die for these sins to bring these people, to reconcile these people back unto you. And he came in flesh. He was walking amidst men. He was despised. He was hunted for. He was humiliated. Despite the feeding, despite the great messages on Mount Carmel, Mount Sinai, whatever mount, despite all the miracles, despite the rescuing that woman from the men who wanted to stone her to death, and all the beautiful things said about him that we cannot mention in this video because of time. They arrested him in a bad way, using his own person, his own inner circle member to arrest him. And as if that wasn't enough, his own right-hand man denied him 3 times. I am laying this foundation so that you will understand where I'm coming from. And at the end of the day, after he was beaten blue-black, if you watch Passions of Christ, you will understand the beating that I'm talking about. And as though that wasn't enough, he was laid on the cross at Golgotha, the place of the skull. And while on there, one of the warriors took his spear and thrust it and dug a hole beside this Jesus. In all of these things, the only thing that Jesus could say was that, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. As though that wasn't enough, he was even able to save the armed robber on the right-hand side. But considering all of these things that Jesus went through, let's consider who the hater of that God is now. I am here claiming that I don't believe him, using my mouth to say I don't believe these stories again, because I am now wise and nobody can go against me on that. Not even any pastor in Nigeria can stand with me toe to toe to authenticate the Bible. But I said under the assumption that these stories are real. Baba Deboye came out and said, without tithe, nobody is going to heaven. Except if you are paying tithes to him. Baba Adeboye is not a hater of God. He stood on the altar, converted all of this offering to billions of naira. Baba Adeboye is not a hater of God. They alleged that the same Olukoya, this is what he has been doing. Some ladies came out and said this is what he has been doing to them, whatever, all in the name of corridor deliverance. Olukoya is not a hater of God. Kumuyi came out and said, TV is from the devil, is this, is that. The same Kumuyi came out, despite all the things they did to people who were to marry in their church, in their coven that they call church. Today, that God that sent Kumuyi has changed his mouth. Kumuyi is not even wearing only jeans today. He's wearing designer and everything that came from the devil. Kumuyi is not a hater of God. And so many other pastors who are selling and buying using the name of Jesus that will have died mysteriously the same way they described his death. All of these people are not haters of God. But Awikoko is an hater of God. You now said your judgment day is around the corner. You now faulted from this, your comment, you have faulted the efficacy of the potency of your God. Because all of these people have mentioned, in Nigeria, if I remove the likes of Brother Biliakani, because when the truth is here, let's say it, if I remove the likes of late Pastor Mfoneskon of Redeem, and my own pastor that I grew up to know of blessed memory, show me other pastors who have like minds like Christ. But the God you are talking about has not been able to judge Adeboye and co. He is looking at all of them. He's looking at Olukoya. He's looking at Kumuyi. He's looking at Oyedepo. All of them. Finally, you said, Rotimi, you are next. Next for what? That if I come to Nigeria today, like I said, I'm coming next month, March. Ma yan wole, ti ma jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ bí tí mo wà part-time. Kíkéré lábẹ́rẹ́ tèmi kéré kì í ṣe mímì fàdíẹ̀. Ata kéré lóòótọ́ ẹ gbúdọ̀ fi bọ́ ojú. Ẹ fi ata ṣe tìró kẹ́ jẹ́ ká mọ alpha. Ẹ ní wá mọ́. That all of you are social, and enough fairness to all these pastors. Tí wọ́n bá sọ pé Pastor He ṣe nǹkan kan, ṣé Pastor He ló kúrò nílé ẹ̀ tó lọ ṣe ni? Ṣé bẹ́yìn olórí burúkú bíi Paul Abiodun ilẹ̀ ló ń ṣe? Tí wọ́n bá sọ pé Pastor B ó ṣe nǹkan kan, ṣé bẹ́yìn lẹ̀ ń ṣe fún wọn because of money? Ẹ̀yin olòṣì olórí burúkú àtẹ̀yìn àtàwọn pastors yín ayé gbogbo yín máa bàjẹ́ ni, tọmọtọmọ tìrantìran. Ẹ ní rí bá ti ṣe ẹ ní rọ́nà gbégbà. Kó ku ìjọ kan tí mi máa lò láyé nu yín, inú ìnira lẹ́tì lò. Elédùmarè ó sì mọ fi omi ẹran àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ara yín dè yín ni. Ẹ mọ ìnira. Lórí post ìjọlá ọ̀ṣọ́ or whatever, go and look at the comment of the people that we are trying to rescue. Ẹ wá ń yọ mọ̀rín ìbàdéjọ wípé torí wípé wọ́n ń fi ọwọ́ ọlá gbá lójú. Kò tí ì ṣetán fún yín, tó bá ṣetán fún yín, tó bá kó ẹ̀wọ̀n evidence ẹ̀ síta, káwo ń tẹ́ máa sọ. Gbogbo àwọn eléyìí táwọn ẹlòmíì ní lọ́wọ́ nípa àwọn pásítọ̀ míì, chaati wọn pẹ̀lú obìnrin. Àwọn èèyàn ò bẹ̀rù anointing wèrè kankan mọ́. Wọ́n wá ń bẹ̀rù ayádàsásí, wọ́n ń bẹ̀rù pé máa fọwọ́ ọlá gbá wọn lójú. Ẹ ń pè mí ní olórí burúkú tí ẹ ń pè mí ní hater of God. Tẹ́yìn bá rí Ọlọ́run ṣe ẹ mọ̀ ni. Where is God in the life of all your pastors? Where is the place of God? Where is the likeness of Jesus? Ẹ̀yin afọ́fun gbé mo lórí burúkú àṣírí. Ẹ ń san 45 million láti lè bẹ̀rí kéèsì ọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Johnson Suleiman ọmọ tó fùfú yìí. These ones are lovers of God, right? Àtẹ̀yìn àtoríṣiríṣi Ọlọ́run tẹ́ ń pè káàkiri. Ayé yín máa bàjẹ́ ni. Ẹ ní wá mọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ń dákẹ́ torí kíní yóò gùn tó.